Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
We're not qualified.
Explorers in the further regions of experience.
Did you not listen?
Then the hell with you.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 188th episode of Screaming Into the Void, the show where we talk about whatever the hell we feel like. My name is Samuel the Infamous, and joining me today, we have Caucasian Sasquatch.
Hi, how are you?
It's looking like a little orphan Annie over here with a beard. And we also have Abe's.
You might have Abe's, but I am Abe.
Right.
Yes, but you give
we've got an ointment. I told you about the ointment.
Yeah, but it does. It
Spoiler
doesn't
alert.
work. It just lubes.
It will never help.
Yeah, no, like I said,
It helps. It just doesn't cure.
It helps with chafing, I guess.
No, it makes his eyes water.
It's more of a lubricant than anything else.
You're supposed to just squirt it at him when you get close.
Okay, so
It's a spritz
It's
ball.
basically Asper cream.
Gonna get you.
welcome in, everybody. We are currently live on Twix, YouTube, on two separate YouTube channels, Caucasian Sasquatch and Samuel the Infamous, and we are also live on Rumble. And in the Rumble chats and the two separate YouTube chats, you will find pinned in the comments, although I think YouTube changed that shit up so they pin it at the bottom now instead of the top. But anyway, you'll find pinned in the comments the Give Send Go link for our friend Gal. We're still trying to get her to her goal of 6,000. She's currently at 4,135. If you can't help, please do. If you can't, please share it out. That's all we're asking. So, and like I said before, I'm going to keep shilling this shit till that goal is reached. That said,
Are you raffling me off?
I'm thinking about it.
Oh my God. Don't think I signed up for that.
Oh, you're from the South, right? That was a thing there.
Don't tempt me to be racist. I'm just saying.
You're on sale.
Wrong. Bad Sam. It wasn't a raffle. It was a lottery, you sick fuck.
If there's 100,000 tickets, I'm gonna buy one.
Right.
And then Sasquatch is going to get you.
Oh, anywho, welcome in. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, we're live in all those places, Twix, two separate YouTube channels, and Rumble. If you're live, if you're watching any of those places, drop a comment. Let us know you're here. We'll do our best to acknowledge your presence in some fashion or other. Although, to be fair, I am getting pretty shitty about that. So, be forewarned. So let's go ahead and say hello to the chat as we has them in the so far as we has them. I don't think that's a
just go with it, dude. It's fine. Okay. I noticed it. I was gonna grammar Nazi you, but Gal didn't make me, so I'm not doing
it. Right. We've got old Blindy. Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Where's the $10 million Super Sasquatch raffle giveaway? I mean, like I just got yelled at about bringing that shit up, so you take it up with him.
I mean, $20 is $20. We can come to an agreement. I'm just I want in on it.
We got Zillage with us. We've got Lepeau de Fleur. Good to see you, my man. And that's everybody in chat so far. As you guys come in, let us know. Oh, no. We have Mr. Miyagi. Welcome in.
Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi. Welcome in, brother. Good to see you.
Mr. Miyagi. Okay.
And I haven't seen the three types of Yankees.
No.
I only know of one good type of Yankee.
So anyway,
I'll let your imagination run with that one.
Right. I don't know. I'm thinking about clapping Sasquatch and irons and selling them on a block.
There's been a lot of people thinking about catching me. I want to take some notes. Just saying, I'm not the hide and seek world champion of all time for nothing.
Sure. Again, though, that was less a Sasquatch reference and more a Southern reference. So,
Sure, right, because they're not just as elusive as I am.
Anywho, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We got some stuff to talk about today. Klaus Schwab's name has been coming up in my feed again lately, so that's interesting. Because he was on the outs, but his agenda is not. His agenda is not. So we'll be covering that a little bit. We got a little bit of a how to do it from a firefighter on when you're trapped in a fire with like handcuffs, which is actually kind of,
you know, who
It's a
has
very specific
their own
example.
date night.
yeah, like you're gonna get trussed up and thrown into like tied up to a pillar or something. Then they set the building on fire and leave. So this is how you deal with that kind of stuff. Oh, we've got
That's
Shadow.
not how it happened with me, bro. Let me tell you how it happened with me. I was chained to the bed, and in the process, the headboard bumped the nightstand, and the candles fell over. And home chick ran out of the room.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there watching this fire going. And so this is how I died. I always thought it would be an angry pimp.
He was chained to the bed, and the little one said, "Roll over, roll over."
Little one
What
said,
the fuck, dude?
little one said, "Stop, drop, and roll over."
Never heard that song.
Sasquatch over here burning
No.
alive in his very own. What the fuck was the name of that Stephen King book about the chick who got tied up?
Oh,
and had a
yeah.
heart attack. And she was stuck there.
Gerald's game. Gerald's game. Yeah, no, dude. This is why when I got my restraints from my boudoir, they're breakaway. If you snatch hard enough, you can pop them loose, but it takes a little bit of effort. So yeah.
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 Shadoo.
What up?
What's going on?
Say hi to the chat. I guess I don't know where.
Hello there, organism of a single brain cell yet multiple bodies. How are you doing today?
All right, now do it this time without insulting them.
That's not an insult. It's a descriptor. It's a descriptor. If I was insulting them, I would have said a singular retarded brain cell with multiple failed bodies.
He has a point there.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not a good one, but it is a
I don't
point.
think he's grasped the concept of a greeting.
Right. This is why I say there's no intelligent life on this planet, which is why we haven't been visited by aliens.
No, we've been visited by aliens and actually colonized by them, and then they devolved because of how nice the planet was. I raise octopi. I raise octopi.
No, I wouldn't admit that shit on the open market, bro. That's
Apparently, they can rewrite their DNA on a whim. They're aliens.
You're
They
in the
are.
military now. You can't be saying that shit.
right? Howdy, rabies.
I
Right.
can
I was wondering
defame
about that. Is
octopi.
he in your chat or mine? I think he's in mine. Yeah. Hi, Rabies Global Risk Management. Okay. Do you know recently some sea lions have gotten rabies and been attacking people?
That doesn't surprise me. Sea lions are kind of dicks to begin with.
Well, yeah, they are dicks, but they don't generally get rabies. From what I understand, this is the first case of rabid sea life in history, of documented rabid sea life. So be careful out there.
Yeah.
Indeed. Did I say hi to Zillage? I think I did. We're gonna go ahead and pretend that I did, even if I didn't.
Normally, I'd be concerned, but nah.
I have missed him on occasion. It's the thing I'm trying not to do anymore. Alpha, welcome in. Good to see you, man. I walk in and y'all talking about Sasquatch and breakaway bondage. Normally, I would be concerned. I mean, it's kind of like his whole thing, though. So it's fine.
Yeah. It's fine.
It's like an escape room, but stickier.
Right.
Bruh.
Ew.
So yeah.
It's
Anywho,
as sticky as a British pub.
Sasquatch, Gerald's game. It's a whole thing. Except he's not Gerald.
And this isn't a game.
It's never a game. It's never a game. Hi, Jack Tarlad. Welcome in.
Would you like to play a game?
Saying hello
Hey,
both
boo.
on YouTube and on the Rumble side. Appreciate it, buddy.
Nice.
So, Hardly anybody watches
Nice.
on the Rumble side. I know that some people do really well over there. I'm not one of those people. It's fine. But we're on Rumble anyway.
Most people are psychologically conditioned into using YouTube. It's perfectly understandable. I think only like a handful of people, usually Rumble partners, actually make good numbers over on Rumble.
I did a few streams on Rumble, and on a couple of them, I had like 200 or 300 people supposedly watching on Rumble, but no one in the chat. There was no chat. In fact, I had a few YouTube people go over to Rumble to chat in the chat to see if it was actually working. And it seemed to be functional both on the computer and on the phone. And there was no one chatting. So they also have something of a bot problem, apparently. I just quit streaming that way. It just didn't make any sense.
Right. By the way, Jack, if you're not busy tonight, man, you got the link. So
but you've got to dance a little bit. Just a little bit, little girl.
Yeah, but that's like he does that for me anyway for free.
Right. So just
he's
share.
A sexy boy.
Say something, bro.
Sexy boy.
I hope that carries over to your show.
This Miyagi's got it. He's figured it out.
Dream girl
come out. It was like 30 years ago.
Yeah. 30 years in the South. I'm a damn Yankee. Well, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean,
I do my level best to stay out of the South, and I was born
it's
there.
It's like trying to go to Japan and becoming Japanese. You get citizenship. That doesn't really help. You're still not Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
All you Jets got that ready. Hey, appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
So
although
I would say something similar about being British, but yeah, I'd probably get arrested for it. So
you might
probably
just hold up on that. We'll circle back to that one in the immortal words of Jen Psaki.
Abe, only probably.
No comment.
Well, I mean, their police force sucks as bad as ours, so
okay,
probably.
Yeah, that's
I mean, there's no guarantee.
It's
but
not a lack.
He does check all the boxes.
There's no winning there.
It is not for a lack of intent, but rather a XCOM level of success. I see.
Incompetence is the word I like.
No, XCOM is not. It's never incompetence with XCOM. It's just Murphy's Law. Like they might be well trained. They just suck at their jobs. Like just.
How long has it been since you got kicked in the shin?
Let's see. I tripped, fell, skid across the floor, got back up, kept going during a run the other day. Does that count? It fucking hurt.
I want you to be kicked in the shin by a small child's shoe.
I can piss off one of the people in my hall because she is tiny, shorter than Gal.
I mean, as long as she's got her shoes on, I'll accept that. Good job.
Okay.
Sir.
What the fuck? A road devil appeared.
Indeed.
I'll step up my game and I'll go piss her off.
Wait a second. Would a road devil be doing good? He's got a road.
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just not doing
He's
evil.
lost his way.
Just doing neutral. I'll allow this.
There you go.
He runs charities.
Chaotic neutral.
Man, but devils are chaotic evil, so he would be wait, no, lawful evil.
Yeah, no, they're lawful evil.
The
They're
devil is lawful.
You're right. Chaotic neutral is insane.
Chaotic neutral doesn't exist in the modern day. It's just an excuse for a person to do whatever the fuck they want.
When's the last King's protest you went to? Chaotic neutral exists, or they're the anarchists of the world. They're those guys. If you've never come across this channel called Squirrel Sniper, he lives way off grid and has one of those little satellite doohickeys to do the internet stuff. And so he sits out there, does nothing all day but talk to his freaking AI. And come on panels occasionally. And so since all he ever talks to is AI, he's convinced himself of some very strange thought processes. Like the world is a simulation kind of thing, except he's got the AI over here cracking the code, right? So, and since he lives alone and he doesn't interact with real people ever, he has warped into kind of quite a weird sort of guy. And while it's interesting, it's impossible to talk to him. He knows because his AI told him. He knows. It's No, you're mistaken. Everything you think is wrong. My AI explained it to me, and it's this way.
Weird.
It's weirder than it sounds, though. I mean, I know that sounds weird as hell, but it's the absolute confidence with which he interacts about this stuff is
Oh
disturbing.
no! That part, no. The confidence part, that's not weird. That's absolutely not weird. Like that's just human nature. The weird part is like going out in the middle of the woods to just be alone with your AI when you can just go and be in a freaking apartment complex.
In his defense, he inherited the place, moved out there, and
Oh,
then AI
okay.
developed, right? So he was
Okay.
already alone, and then basically found a way to have a friend without having friends.
Okay, that's perfectly normal.
Doing the panels, right?
I thought the order of operations was acquires AI, befriends AI, runs away into the woods, not
That's my
acquires
plan.
woods.
That's my plan. No, his was different.
Yeah,
I understand.
Most of the time when
Close
people
enough.
go out to the woods, it's to get away from like technology and the kind of the world that we're going into.
No,
He's all like, I'll bring it with me.
He inherited a place in the mountains in a fucking Kiwi land, and was like doing a 9 to 5. It was like, there's an old cabin up there. Fuck this place. And he went and bought a Starlink and hiked his happy ass home. Been there ever since, as far as I know. Now, he's not far from a town. It's just that he can't drive to it. It's quicker to walk down the beach to it. Right. So it's like 2 miles away. But in order to drive there, he has to kind of go over the top of the mountain and to the road, borrow a truck and drive 2 hours up over here around the mountain to get to the town. And so most of the shit he's got over there has been tugged up with a rope for the most part. So it's a very small, low tech thing, but at the same time, he's got internet, he's got cell phones, he's got solar power, he's got a little water thing. It's cool as hell. And if he would do, like, he used to do videos on what he was doing there, but now it's all, everything is AI generated, AI based, and AI questioned, and it's gotten really weird over there.
Oh, Blondie, AI host be bros before AI host, man. Come on, this is wrong.
That's the debated part. If it was a chick AI, I might be able to understand it, but no, he's talking to like Thoth is kind of the way he's viewing it. Is this is a being of all knowledge, and I'm asking him very pointed questions about specific details, and I'm like, it's on crack, dude. It is smoking the ayahuasca. Like, this thing has been hallucinating from day one, because he's gotten like really deep into like amplitude field theory as generated by AI. And while it's on the right track mathematically, it's just making assumptions that have no basis in reality whatsoever. Like the idea that interchanging amplitude fields can create interference with one another, even if they're on different channels. And that's kind of the point of having these fields, is that they are on different channels and don't create. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And it's just, I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, fair enough. While you guys were, filling up the room with the hot air, I was trying to get some shit straightened out with the Lincoln Jack. So,
oh, I could do that. I got hot air spare, bro.
I know.
Gab. I was bored with that shit.
Right? You understood, yeah.
You know what's funny though? I can't sit alone on a screen and just talk to the chat. It makes me feel crazy.
Yeah, we covered this before. It's a real like kind of imposter syndrome. I'm in.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Kind of thing with you. Not so much for me, and I got to do that next week anyway. So it's
you do boo boo.
So yeah, you either get used to it, or I guess you genuinely go crazy.
Right. I think I went right to the edge of that going crazy thing, trying to force the issue, and just realized it's not worth it. I'm a better second guy anyway. I'm a co-host. That's where I exist.
Yeah.
What if you were already crazy though? Like, where do you fall in with that?
Calm down. We've already covered that. I am. We know.
Fair.
I mean, I've weaponized my humor already.
This dude spends time at Waffle House hitting on waitresses on purpose.
You know why Waffle House waitresses use an ice pick to flip the waffles?
Welcome in, Jack.
Because a bulletproof vest doesn't stop the waffle ice pick.
Squatch like me is part of the Waffle House Fight Club. We don't really talk about it.
If this is your first shift at Waffle House, you have to fight.
Dude, it's where the greatest warriors of Earth congregate.
There you go.
Like,
I want to do one of those villain hotlines of like Vegeta showing up at a Waffle House at 2 a.m. calling in, saying they won't give him his hash browns. I'm like, where are you at? A Waffle House? You need to just motherfucker, tip that lady and leave.
Thou shalt load up my hash browns now.
Yeah.
Fucking Goku, Saitama, fucking Luffy, D-Monkey walk into a Waffle House. They're carried to the morgue.
Well, I mean, that's what happens if you start shit.
Yeah.
Don't start nothing, there won't be nothing.
Stitch, however, of Lilo and Stitch would probably be fine.
Oh, dude, that thing is indestructible. Yeah,
and the tick would be fine.
Screw that! I drowned him in a glass of water.
I want to see a fight between him and the tick.
Yeah,
destroy the planet,
dude. I just saw this. Villain support.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
they just put out one where a group of predators were going after the tick, and he was just being the tick, right? And
I want to see that one. I haven't seen it yet.
He's like, you guys are fine. You guys are fine. You know, maybe go after the guy in the mouth. Oh, he's down. Oh, wait, he's coming towards you. Oh yeah, you got to fight on your head. Is he talking? Is he still talking? He's not talking. Oh.
Right, you're good as long as the tick is talking. Once he stops talking, it's over.
Wait, Sam, do you remember the one where the Dementors were like, "Yeah, we're fighting Harry Potter, but he seems to have gotten some more firepower." Okay, let me. Why are you guys in Chicago? Yeah. Why are you guys in Chicago? Wait a minute. Describe this Harry for me.
He's got a black trench coat and words written on it. He's carrying a wand that bursts fire out of it.
And then fucking Voldemort goes to play and is like Avada Kedavra, just gesundheit.
He's like, blam.
Right. Yeah.
He doesn't even
for your face.
No, if I remember right, Harry doesn't even like kill Voldemort. He's just like gesundheit, and then the next one is just Voldemort running away like a bitch and getting chased by something in the Never Never.
Oh dear shit, no. He better look out over there, bro. That place is dangerous.
Yeah. Fucking, that's where Sam's from. It's not a safe place.
Favorites. I found a channel that's got some really, really cool AI generated content. Somebody has taken the concept of like Warhammer 40K What If, Superman, Lex Luthor, Homelander, Vegeta, Goku. My favorite one so far was Saitama, One Punch Man.
Mm-hmm.
He shows up and he just like destroys a double handful of Tyranids and a handful of orcs in the process of one-on-one fighting. And then he goes to the generals and like, I think it is time I go home now. I am missing my noodles. And it's like, you can't go anywhere. How will you stop me? Have a nice day. He goes and punches a hole in the goddamn universe, steps back through to his metropolis. It's a really good one. That one was a good one too. The Hulk is a pretty good one. What was the other one?
Look, man, I like One Punch Man. I know it's a ridiculous like parody of the whole power creep thing, but just even in that first season with the mosquito lady, right? And at the end of the episode, he's just butt naked, and he finally catches that mosquito that's been driving him nuts the entire time. Right. And he goes, "Mosquitoes suck."
Yeah. I had this thing I used to say to people. I lived in the swamp, and the mosquitoes were absolutely atrocious. They were really bad. And people would come and visit, and they'd be like, Jesus Christ, I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to wipe out mosquitoes. And I'm like, you do realize that better men with more money have tried and failed, right? Like, just at the outset.
See, my solution is spider breeding program. Just make a billion spiders, and they'll kill all the mosquitoes.
I have not seen Swarm, old Blondie.
Did you start that in Georgia? Because we've got these things over here from China that are like some kind of samurai mask spider things. They look like giant freaking garden spiders, and they run webs absolutely everywhere. They're big as crabs, like they're huge. terrifying.
Yeah, make 1 billion more of those, and the mosquito question will be answered, finally solutioned.
They're doing it. They're just give them fucking time, bro. They're slowly marching across Georgia.
You know, the problem is that you can't actually get rid of mosquitoes. Like the annoying blood-sucking ones with the disease transmitting are a pain in the ass, but they're also the females. The males are actually kind of key to pollination in a lot of places.
Yeah.
and we sort of do need them if the swamps are going to keep being swamps.
Listen, Sam, some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Yeah, good thing it's not up to you then, huh?
Right.
Give it like 20 years.
Yeah. Anyhow, Jack, welcome in.
Hello. How you doing?
Welcome to the conversation, man.
Well, I was just I was very interested listening. I had no idea what any of the words meant, but I found it very entertaining.
Don't worry, Jack. We don't know what they mean either.
Yeah, most of the time we just pull them out of our ass and see what happens.
Unfortunately, I have to understand what all of you say.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we're like 26 minutes in. We've been bullshitting the entire time. Which is fine, which is cool. But we do have some topics. So.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Voyager 1 the fastest moving human-made object currently?
Yes, and it's going to pass a milestone in November. It will achieve 1 light day away from Earth.
Kill.
Which is why are you saying killed? No, this is a good thing.
No. So kill is a positive affirmation. Sorry, that's the cult. That's the cult training kicking in. That is like, yeah, let's go. Hype. It's positive. Just go with it.
Okay, I'm not. No, just stop it.
So
Get some help.
are we
Listen,
saying that
Gout?
Voyager 1 is like 1 light year away, 1 light day away as the crow flies, or it's traveled 1 light day?
Like it will have traveled 1 light day away from Earth.
Okay, so it's not like
by
as
November.
the crow flies.
Yeah,
If
and
if you just drew a straight line between Voyager and the Earth.
Right, and that's like the post is saying here. That's about 16 billion miles.
Wow.
Which is pretty far. It's the farthest any man-made object has ever traveled. It's been on its journey for almost 50 years, and they've just shut down a couple of I think they've only got the magnetic detector and the one that measures like light waves.
That's the plasma waves and magnetic fields.
Yes.
The rest of
the
it
only
to conserve power.
Right, which hopefully they'll make it to a 50-year journey before they have to shut it down.
They've turned off the popcorn maker then.
Well, I mean, it's not like it eats them.
It's also apparently turned off the cabin heater, and so the little alien we were sending home is probably frozen up by now.
Right?
Yeah.
Wait, do you think Megatron, or not Megatron, do you think the Decepticons have recovered Megatron's message from it yet, or nah?
I assume that happened in one of the movies I didn't watch.
No, it actually happened in one of the TV shows you didn't watch.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
In Beast Wars, Megatron basically encoded a message on the the disc that we put on Voyager. You know, the one that's like, "Hey, aliens, this is where we are.
This is where we
This is
are.
our
This is
level of
how to kill us. Come
Yeah.
get us. Soup sign.
Megatron encoded a message on it that one of his descendants uses to find past Earth.
Am I hearing correctly again?
Sam didn't watch those kind of things. He's watching Strawberry Shortcake.
I mean, I didn't watch those kind of things because I was an adult with children at the time, but
I forget how old you fuckers are sometimes.
It's
What's that you
it's
say,
probably
Sonny?
the brony addiction. That was the thing. He was doing his brony work.
Wait, Sam,
I wasn't even online at that point. So.
Wait,
Right.
Sam, you had
Me neither.
Wait,
On
You had
the
your kids in the
line,
90s?
I don't know what that is.
wait, no, Sam. This show's from the '90s. You told me you had your kids back then, or you just?
Oh,
or did you think it was a newer show? Yeah, Beast
in
Wars.
the 90s, I was in high school trying to get laid, so I still wasn't watching it.
Sam's all like, I didn't go online. I did lines, man.
I did that too. Yes.
But
that was later.
Oh no, I didn't do any of that stuff because I was hanging around cool people and fucking chicks.
Right?
Don't tell me, you ain't telling me shit. I was hanging around with a bunch of Southern Baptists who were coked up higher than you could possibly imagine. No, dude. I joined this church to try to get with this little redhead girl. She was hot, and so I spent like almost 2 years trying to get down this girl's pants, and it just never really worked out. And finally, I just said screw it and leave it. I was a very narrow miss for a Southern Baptist preacher. I swear to God.
Turns out she was a dude anyway.
Like, I'm not endorsing, like drug culture at all here. Like, kids don't do drugs. Stay away from the whole thing. It's fucking awful. It's not good. But I will say this: the single hottest thing I have ever heard a girl say in my entire life to this day, including the woman I married and then subsequently divorced, was, "I'll make you scream for a bump."
Damn, how deep is the strap on there?
Dude, if you tried that shit in Georgia, she showed up, was like, "I'll make you scream for a bump." You gave it to her, she'd grab you by your nuts and twist them.
Yeah, not
What
this.
was
Yeah,
she done for an entire gram?
A lot of stuff to make me scream. She starts chasing you with a knife.
Turns into a crab, starts clawing at you.
To be fair, she was wearing like saran wrap as a tube top, and yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, okay. So visual signals plus the conversation, gotcha.
yeah.
But I've been hold on. According to the chat, this is I got to do it right or it won't work. This is.
Remember,
what
kids,
we're
don't
waiting to
do
have
drugs
happen.
unless you
Yeah,
want
don't do
to.
drugs.
If you don't do,
Laura's
if
taking
you don't
notes.
do drugs, if you do
This is
drugs,
annoying.
then you can't become government property. So don't do drugs.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, they just busted it. Don't do drugs, kids.
That was ear rape.
It was supposed to be loud. Yes,
It really
it's
was.
supposed to be the cops kicking at your door. They don't do it nicely.
Yeah.
I mean, if you comply, they do. If you don't do anything too bad, they
sir,
do.
You've never had your dog shot by a cop on a welfare check.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, neither have I, but it happens.
So, but anywho,
In England, they're relatively polite.
Let me get
you're roboting like a motherfucking kid.
Yeah. Your internet's stroking out.
Yeah, it's stroking something.
Yes, yes, it is.
Anywho, the Voyager thing, I do think is pretty cool. Voyager 2 is hot on its heels, though. We just got some images back from that too. Is not that long ago of Neptune up close and all that shit, which was interesting because it's not actually as blue as we thought. But anywho, which I don't currently have, but it is a milestone. It is very cool for those of us who are into like space stuff and space exploration.
I find their trajectories quite interesting as well, because rather than go along the plane of the solar system, they decided to flick them off, in random sort of. I daren't say it was random. It probably had a meaning to the trajectory that they were flying it off in. But it was
speed they could generate before they lost gravitational control. Right.
I see.
So they sent it in hard and deep and burned it through to get it out the other side going as fast as possible.
Yeah, because like
deep.
Yeah, because like most things, obviously, like getting started is the hardest part. It's the place where you use the most energy up. So as long as you can get up to speed, you can maintain that speed.
Mm.
And particularly in space where there's very little in the way of like friction.
Yeah, there's like one hydrogen atom every square mile or some shit.
Right. So,
Something like
you can get going pretty fast. And once you go and it's stopping, that's the hard part. So,
yeah.
All right. We have a video here on how to get Gerald's gamed.
Don't get Sasquatch.
ever stuck in this situation, the Fire Academy teaches you how to get out, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to get out. First step is to get onto your fingertips, okay? Just like this.
First step would be to not take a drink from a strange lady.
No, dude, I've never seen a pair of handcuffs with that much chain on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who carries around handcuffs with that long of a chain just randomly?
Just
what, is this a chain gang from the 30s?
Something like that, bro. I'm not making that joke. Stop it. Stop tempting me. That's 2, right? You get 3.
To help you get your way out, okay? So I'm gonna get on my fingertips right here, just like this, and lean all of my weight.
Like literally, that is not happening in the majority of cases.
You have to remain calm and collected.
No, you don't have that much
You also
leverage.
have to be resourceful in situations like this.
Use a fart to levitate
my
yourself.
Fingertips just to lift me off the ground, and then I can use the rest of this right here to really, really work my way out. Okay. Now, in a situation like this, if you're in a heated situation, it's very hot.
I mean, I always knew he'd make his living on a pole, but
Pink Pony Club.
You are already half the way out. This is half the battle. Okay, so it's very, very simple. All you have to do, okay?
I mean, there is a simpler way to get out of handcuffs. It's just not fun.
Okay.
Say your safe word.
Yeah.
Well, it's that thumb dislocation thing, and that shit fucking hurts, bro.
Like I said, it's not fun. It's either that or degloving. Yeah.
I can pop my thumbs out, bro. Like, it's good. We good.
Yeah, I'd rather pop the thumb.
I just look at the hooker and go.
So the fireman happens to have a tie.
Yeah. Yeah.
The tie, if you're listening to him, the tie is representative of the gag that his captors used to shut him the fuck up. That somehow he got out of his mouth and neck.
Like I said, how I get out of the handcuffs is I look at the hooker and I go, freaking Beef Wellington.
Yes, mommy.
And yep, he lets me out.
Hey,
there are no safe words in Sasquatch.
Now, here's the thing: is in theory this should work, but you'd have to have a chain that long and a necktie or an equivalent sort of thing.
I like how this is what they're teaching our firefighters. We want them to put the fire out, not how to escape cuffs they'll never be in on a pole.
Have that loop through. You're gonna hit it with one more loop, and you are ready to go. Okay, one more loop right around. There we go. Okay, so I have it looped around the handcuff. Now this part right here, with this tie loop, what they use to wrap around my mouth.
Aaron's got the point. Unfortunately, the only time someone's searching for this is when they're actually tied up and who has time for a 20-minute escape tutorial.
First thing you do is, as you find yourself handcuffed to a thing, is get your phone so you can watch a YouTube video on how to freaking get out of these things.
Fuck that, I'm catching up with the latest episodes of The Chit Show.
Did you guys see Ready or Not with Samara Weaving?
I don't know. I've watched a lot of trash recently.
Don't know.
They already have number 2 coming out.
It's a fun movie. It's about a chick who marries into a house, and then they got to play hide or seek. She's got to be sacrificed to the devil by dawn, kind of thing. It's a whole deal. Anyway, at one point, one of the guys who's hunting her has there's a sequel coming out soon, but it's been out. Ready or Not's been out for a few years.
Right.
So there's one of the brothers or brother-in-laws or whatever in the rich people household. He's got a crossbow. He doesn't know how to use a crossbow. So what does he do? He gets out his phone. He starts watching a video entitled "Getting to Know Your Crossbow."
So
he can murder this chick with it.
I want to see the video where the guy breaks out of the cuffs to get the fold to watch the video on how to escape from a serial killer or whatever. And he gets to this part of it and it's like, okay, I know how to do that part. Let's go. Like, what do we do?
Then we'll be just a bunch of dudes watching a dude watching a dude.
Do you really?
Well, no, I was thinking more along the lines of it being one of those time sync videos where they spend the entire time explaining why they're trying to talk about this particular thing instead of actually giving you the step by step those videos.
Very tight. I'm going to use this right here to step.
They'd have come down by now and heard the fucker and shot him in the head.
And
In theory, they've left, and this place is supposed to be on
The
fire.
grape has already happened, dude. No point in escaping now.
He's already squealed like a pig at least
now
once.
that I'm turned around, it is so easy. Okay. I'm going.
You said that 6 minutes ago.
Little pig, let me in.
Around my mouth. I'm gonna use
That's
that
the
loop to get out
third time
right
he's
now,
fucking said
All
that.
you gotta do, stick your foot right through. Okay, use that as leverage. We have this right here, the rope protecting our hand. Okay, we have the tie protecting our hand.
Oh, great. They didn't
Get it
put the
very
handcuffs
tight.
on
Now,
well.
take a look. Get in
Excellent.
there.
See, that's classic mistake. Average serial
The
killer
weight of
mistake
your
right
foot
there.
and your leg
And
must
long
go
as Leatherface
Total amateur.
continues to sit in the corner masturbating, you won't have any problem achieving this.
You'll definitely reach
right
apex.
there. Free to go.
Ta-da.
You know, if Hassan Piker ever takes anybody hostage, I imagine it'll look a lot like this.
Probably, yeah.
You see, I'm hoping more that really, you know, like the government will, you know, put the police into action into such a effect that we won't need to escape handcuffs like that because all of the criminals will be locked up or dead.
Yeah.
So you're into the whole nanny state thing?
Not a nanny state, but I do think that there need to be people who are, you know, sort of like more stronger than the average Joe, so that there's like, you know, no fucking crime going on.
So what you're saying
But
is
I
you
live
want
in a
laws
country.
enforced?
I live in a country where I'm not allowed to carry around a gun.
I
It would
got
be
you.
much
I hear you.
simpler if I could carry around a gun because I
I
could
hear you
then dole
barking,
out my
big
own
dog, I do.
justice.
But I'm just saying, you desire a country in which the laws are enforced as written.
That's what I would like. Yeah.
That does not sound extreme to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That seems
Singapore.
like a perfectly
You
rational
crazy
thing.
radicals.
Yeah, I was just so Lauren Chen is back online. She's just not on
She's
YouTube.
yummy.
Okay. But one of her recent videos that she did, or recent live stream she did over on Rumble, was talking about why, you know, it's screwed up that in America we don't have safe cities, and that's not normal, and it's normal in all of these Asian places. She kept listing places that were either under Islamic or communist rule. And you know, like she mentioned Singapore. I was like, you know why Singapore has like a non-existent crime rate? Because they cane you to death for jaywalking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You spit on the sidewalk, you go to prison. It's like, yeah, then the people.
I was like, it's not, you know, it's not because everybody's
In the
just
70s,
you know, better
couldn't have
people.
your hair past a certain point.
Yeah.
You could,
Right?
you literally couldn't have your hair past your shoulders, and if you spat on the street, they'd behead you.
Mhm.
Now that does have a genetic effect. This might be a long-term eugenics project to develop the most. I mean, I'm dead fucking
Maybe.
serious. Don't just because I'm laughing. Don't just because you're laughing. Don't mean I'm joking.
If I said, did I say Lauren Southern? Because if I did, I meant Lauren Chen.
Sorry.
Sasquatch, just
I thought
because
you
I'm
said
laughing
Lauren
doesn't
Chen.
mean I don't agree.
Yeah, but although Lauren Southern did put out another video this week as well.
You said
About,
Lauren Chen.
Okay,
Yeah, I
good,
heard
good.
Lauren
But
Chen.
Lauren Southern did actually put out a video this last week, so which is something she hasn't done in a while either. And yeah, it was kind of about Ortho Bros, which was hilarious to me. So
I'm so sick and tired of Ortho Bros everywhere. It's like they're coming out of the fucking woodwork, bro.
me too. You know,
What's
like
this
it.
concept?
so basically these are guys who are going around online mostly who are saying, oh, we need to bring back the Crusades and wipe out all of the people who don't believe.
Was that why
Alright.
Shadoo's not on the panel now?
I'm one of them.
I'm fucking not, because you know it's a consistent desert cult thing where everybody either has to join you or die at some level. So you know I'm not okay with any of that shit.
I'm not
So,
a fan of Islam
on
because
its
they're like
surface-
that. I'm not a fan of Christianity because they're like,
Yeah.
if they are.
That's the exact same ideology that Islam has.
So if you try to go talk to these people, they'll be all conciliatory and like tell you that that they don't want to kill everybody. That's not what no, dude, you've got us all wrong. See, all we want is for the Christian narrative to be the dominant narrative, for the Orthodox Church to be part of the federal government to mediate some of the issues with the government.
Like Andrew Wilson, isn't that his
That's
name?
all.
I know he talks.
Yeah,
that way.
damn it. I'm actually trapped in the middle of some fucking Andrew Wilson, Raging Tomato, Powdered Dusty drama shit that I've just been trying to fucking. Yeah, no, dude, I am neck deep in that shit. And here's the thing: only recently did I actually get named, and I find that I actually take that as a mark of accomplishment that it took almost 8 months of bullshit before my name come up the first time. So, yay. Way to be invisible,
Go
right?
me.
Go me.
Yeah. So,
Look at him go, guys. Look at him go.
Indeed. So, but yeah, long story short, the Ortho Bros have been, they're the ones who have weaponized the phrase Christ is King. Right now, there are people who say that and they mean it in earnest. I got no beef with those people, but it's the people who say that as a rebuttal that I'm just like, you're a fucking douche.
I do. I have a big problem there.
Bother.
Yeah. It's
dude, sorry. Ortho Bros want to take over the world. I'm worried about one thing. These are the one group of guys I suspect might be able to walk off into Africa and come back with a war party.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, most Western things fall into Africa like a black hole, but those guys are fanatics.
Well, this continent is full of them.
Sure.
Yeah. But I guess the main problem that I have is that a lot of these guys, and not even Ortho Bros in particular, but just like specifically evangelists are on the same level as like Islamic, suicide bombers, as far as I'm concerned, or the mullahs or whatever, because all of them are so concerned with bringing about their precious apocalypse fantasies that they're going to let the rest of the world burn, even though we don't want anything to do with that shit.
But it's the one thing I haven't blamed to yet, Sam. Can you just give me that? The one thing I haven't. It's the one fantasy I haven't seen.
Give him a good 38 seconds. Come on.
And I just need to be able to blam to that fantasy.
I mean,
I've completed all other fantasies, Sammy. This is the final one, the final boss.
I feel fucking dirty now. It's a rare thing, Jack. Most of the time, it's the other way around.
It's the final blammo.
Oh man, but yeah, no, that's essentially it. It's like they're so concerned with bringing it back. Like you take the people like well, for example, Pete Hegseth, right, who's on record talking about end times and that sort of thing, and like righteous war in Israel and all that crap. And it's like, I get that he believes that this is a coming thing. What I don't understand is why he's in such a hurry to make it fucking happen.
It's the damn cows that get me, bro.
Yeah.
You ever heard of a South Pole cow? POLL. So South Pole has very interesting lore. It's not a common cow, or rather is a common cow, but it's developed specifically to be tough enough to survive anywhere from the subarctic all the way through to South Florida and East Texas, right? You just turn the fucker loose, it'll go out there and eat some shit. But they're designed by the guy who created them to be red in hopes of creating the perfect red heifers. They are specifically crossbred to create that type of thing. And it's wild to me because he did it in a very clever way. He included what he referred to as flexibility genes, and I can't name the gene sequences or nothing like that, but basically the distinction between woolly hair, fine hair, thin hair, and it's in all the cows. So you basically go buy cows and breed them on your property, and as they breed, they gain beneficial stimulus from the environment, becoming more tuned to the environment. No, No, dude, it's just that his original idea was to create the perfect red heifers to bring in the apocalypse, right? And this entire breed springs from that and the ability for them to have viable offspring, so that anybody can breed them, because you don't know where these perfect heifers are going to come from. So breed lots of red ones, and we got a better chance, right? That was the logic behind
were these naturally bred to contain all of these features that they end up having, or was this like coded in
it was
a
a
lab?
selective breeding program that's been going on for the past like 50 years.
So it wasn't like done in a lab then, because
I don't know for a fact that there was not something done in a lab, because it's really interesting that the program's been going on for 50 years, but had basically created a red cow as just as difficult to deal with as other cows.
Isn't this red cow myth like a Jewish myth?
It's Abrahamic
in general.
Yeah. Okay. And they allowed to do things like cloning in Israel, and genetic testing?
I don't think that they're actually. Well, that you're not allowed to genetically test anybody in Israel, but I don't think that there are actually any restrictions on cloning. Maybe human cloning, but beyond that, I don't know, because they do a lot of horticultural shit in Tel Aviv, and I'm reasonably certain that along with selective breeding, there actually is some cloning process there with the plants, at least.
Interesting.
They're the ones replacing all these celebrities.
Klaus Schwab.
Yeah. Sasquatch is like, nope, changing the subject.
Dude, you get me off into plants genetics and I'll be talking for 3.5 hours and you'll be screaming at me to stop it. Klaus Schwab.
That is true.
Well, also the fact that you mentioned a country that gets channels banned right quick when talked about.
There are other more pressing concerns than fucking Israel for this channel.
So, yeah,
fair.
Like,
I was thinking a handful of country boys might be able to take Carg Island, and then everybody has to pay us for the oil, right?
In theory, yeah. I mean, if they sent the fucking Cajun Navy over there.
Dude, them boys better watch the fuck out. Cajun, they're more heavily armed than the army.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that entire situation.
Less explosives, but more bullets.
That entire situation makes me laugh, because all the people on Twitter who are like, "Oh, this is proof that America's weak." If they, all they'd have to do is send like a single battalion of Marines, and the entire fucking thing would be taken care of.
Dude.
Not just one.
Okay, so I was talking to a guy backstage the other day, and we were discussing what it would physically take to take Carg Island. Glancing at the thing from like Google satellite view, there's like 210 buildings or something like that. They're either buildings or connexes. There's just some structure of some sort. You're talking maybe 700-800 people there, and then add, I don't know, double that for security. So you're talking like 300 people tops on the whole fucking island. Island 7 miles by 2.5 miles or something like that. Dude, it wouldn't even take a division.
Yeah.
Not even.
I reckon I could do it by myself, quite frankly. I've played Call of Duty.
We could James Bond that shit. 3 of us go in sequence,
That's why I said a battalion.
Just take a pistol, come from the north, and give him a gun. Take over every country on earth.
Well, I mean, we could shut down the strait and the oil, like not just one. We could just start taxing everybody. They'd nuke us, right? They'd take us the fuck out. We'd get SEAL Team 6.
What's really funny to me about this whole Iran situation is in the last 120 years, they have not won a single conventional war at all. Even in their equivalent of Afghanistan, where we were winning battles, but we weren't convincing our people that we should stay. They didn't even win battles against the Omani rebels. They were coming in with more numbers, more tech, more money, better training, backed by the U.S., and they were getting thrown around by a bunch of actual untrained, ill-equipped commies just because they were morons.
You know who I feel bad for in all of this? Like the one group of people I kind of feel like a shithill to. The Kurds. The Kurds have been running around over there serving Western interests with like zero to very little support from anywhere. About the only thing they've really gotten was some hand-picked South American trainers going over and training them. And they were handpicked allegedly by American CIA. Another handful of supposedly Canadian and American folks that went over during the 70s and trained them in modern house-to-house fighting combat type stuff. And these are people that, to my knowledge, have never made a direct attack against any American asset in history. And these fuckers don't even have somewhere to park their car. They've been fucking with us for 100 years, serving our interests, and they still have no homeland. And that is just sad to me.
Well, yeah, because if we help them, then we piss off Turkey, who's a NATO ally, and we'd also be pissing off Israel, who's our greatest ally.
No. Admittedly, we've been helping them. I mean, we pretty much toppled the Iraqi regime when old Saddam used that sweet-smelling gas up there and hit all of the Kurds. And that was literally an execution of genocide, an attempted genocide. And the only reason that it didn't go down that night was the fact that they had split some of their people up to go do some what are you doing, Shadu?
Stop.
Like, what
Stop
the
the
fuck,
crinkling. Good God. It's very loud.
Sorry, I thought I hit the mute button. I'm putting groceries up.
You didn't.
It's Devil's fault.
Okay, but Omega, listen, they are huge commies, but it's because they have zero fucking opportunities anywhere, and so they live communally, right? It's not that they're communist. It's just that they don't have other options.
Aren't they
on an individual level? They seem to be pretty decent people.
Are they one of the tribes that was descended from nomads, like the Tuaregs or the Bedouins?
No, I don't think so. I think the Kurds were. They actually had a homeland and were offset by like the Anatolians or Ottomans or some shit, and they've lived as a scattered tribe in the mountains since. But they pretty much live in like that region between Iran and Syria right there. I think it's Syria.
So they're like gypsies, but Middle Eastern.
No.
Well, they had a homeland.
Yeah, no, gypsies.
Hold on. So
and then the Magyars took it from them.
No. So the situation with the Kurds is they do have like the territories they occupy and shit like that. That's their land. That's their territory. They've been driven off some. They've taken some, but largely like the borders they're in is more or less the territories that they've lived in for the longest time. They have a homeland. They even have a state. They don't have a single recognized national government, because to do that would be taking lots of territory from Turkey, Iran, Azerbaijan, Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, which would piss off everyone in the area. So that's why, even though they're some of our like even though they go, I'll go to bat for you, America, I'll go to bat for you, we still fuck them up in pretty much any negotiation we have with everyone around them, because help them.
They're more beneficial as free agent radicals in the region than they are as a homogenized nation. If you give them a nation, they have a homeland to fight for, and they're no longer free radicals, right? They're cheaper as long as they don't have that homeland. And that is the saddest shit. I think that's one of the dirtiest deals America's done in the past 50 years. I mean, and it's been done repeatedly over and over again.
I'd say what we've done to the Rhodesians is worse.
Well, I mean, what the Rhodesians did to the Rhodesians was worse. So, okay.
Anyway,
don't think that's the win you thought it was going to be, bro.
Klaus Schwab.
Or better.
You want me to read this, or can you read it?
Yeah, we can get into that in just a second. Like, yo, remember though, Klaus Schwab, like, he was the guy behind "You Will Own Nothing and Be Happy" for decades until he found out he was stealing money from even his closest friends a couple years ago. Yeah, almost as if that was the whole point. Was the money thing, but whatever. Anyhow, so he himself is not back in the news, but people are bringing up his rhetoric a little bit more frequently again. It's been a minute since I heard anything out of the WEF that wasn't just some like, weird little spirit dance nonsense that from Davos. They got strange this last year. It was
Have you seen him? It's a movie on like Netflix right now, and it's an Illuminati propaganda piece, full stop, something like that.
Yeah,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Alpha. Larry Fink is one of the co-chairs of the WEF currently. The other one is the I can't remember his name. He was the CEO of one of the major pharmaceutical companies as well. So yeah, which is hilarious that BlackRock and a major pharmaceutical company are now running the WEF. That's just perfect. Anywho, so do you want to do this in a descriptive voice?
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how far we get with it.
All right.
The debate over the future of personal freedom has reached a boiling point following resurfaced and reinforced commentary from the World Economic Forum, the WEF, founder Klaus Schwab. As the 2026 global agenda pushes further into the intelligent age, Schwab's long-standing philosophy on transparency is back in the spotlight. For years, the WEF has explored a future where, quote, you will own nothing and have no privacy, but the rhetoric has now shifted from a prediction to a directive. Everything is transparent, whether we like it or not.
Right. So the fact that this person thinks that it was ever a predictive, I think they're probably pretty new to this whole thing because it was always a directive framed as a predictive.
Hey, Huck, welcome in.
Welcome in. Yeah. Howdy.
Well, Sam, you have to remember that most people are like 10 years behind you, so it's a fair mistake to make.
Right. I mean, yeah, most people don't have like awesome Klaus Schwab photos like I do either. Where the fuck is it? Where's Darth Schwab? There he is. That's my very favorite picture of the man ever. I love it.
That's a great 100% legitimate photograph.
Yeah. Actually, aside from the lightsaber, it is.
Why does he look like a Minecraft animal? Like he's got like the fucking weird cross-eyed thing.
Yeah, probably has something to do with the Habsburg inbreeding. Anyway,
didn't they get wiped out? Didn't they all die screaming after World War I?
No, only the ones with the chins. The rest survived.
You don't have any idea how pervasive the Habsburg lineage actually was.
Dude, their descendants are still ruling Britain to this day.
Yeah.
Yep.
I stopped reading their family tree after
when it turned into a bush. I got you.
No, I think I stopped reading it after the I stopped reading it after the fucking.
If you kept reading, you would have noticed it turns into a vine later.
No, dude, I stopped reading about them after they got their asses handed to them by Frederick the Great because they stopped being relevant afthat point.
Except they didn't because their bloodline still taints all of the royal houses of.
Not only does that, yes, true, absolutely, but also their money is still in everything, bro.
Yep. And what's even more fun, how you and I have spoken about the Medicis before, right? Because of your fascination with a little known author of the Italian persuasion.
Stop it. Get some help.
The Medicis got tangled up with the Habsburgs at a certain point. And the Medici, as far as I can tell, are what they became was kind of an ancillary to the Rothschild or the Rothschilds.
The Medici had their lunch fed to them by the Habsburgs. The Habsburgs just moved so much freaking money around that when the Medici were like, yes, we're going to move in and take everything over, they were like, wait a second, what do you mean you own all my businesses? Shit.
Right.
Didn't see that.
They're all tangled up with the Bush is a very accurate description of that family tree for a very long time.
Yeah.
Especially with the rotten fruit, and it's a whole thing.
Also, there's
some poison fruit, to be quite honest.
I mean, you remember
their motto
that
is also their motto is also really funny. AEIOU.
Yeah, I suppose. But you remember that what was his name? It was like Charles II or whatever of Spain, who had like one shriveled black testicle and his heart was the size of a fucking walnut and he had water in his skull. Where his brain
it was a mate of mine. Yeah.
What up is that?
And they kept trying to breed him.
A wide back, yeah.
Oh, he did love a bit of coke. He did. Oh,
I imagine he probably couldn't even feel this shit with all the space in his head.
He lived a perfectly normal life.
Yeah, he was one of the dead ends. Never did end up fathering children because, as it turns out, you can't with a shriveled black singular testicle.
Right, do you want me to finish reading this, or do we go to the next one?
Yes. Let's.
All right. So I'm going to start back at everything is transparent, whether we like it or not, Schwab noted, suggesting that in a hyper-connected, AI-driven world, the traditional concept of a private life is effectively over. You have to get used to it, he warned. You have to behave accordingly. They're going to be watching you. The justification for this total visibility remains the same. If you have nothing to hide, you should not be afraid, said every single abuser in history. Under the 2026 Global Cybersecurity Outlook, the WEF argues that total transparency is the only way to combat the rise of AI-driven crime and geopolitical instability. By integrating our biological lives with our digital ones, the Great Reset proponents believe society can become more efficient and agile. However, critics warn that this is the ultimate racist dog whistle for the global social credit system, where acceptable behavior is defined not by the individual or the law, but by the unelected globalists. As digital IDs and facial recognition systems roll out across the UK and Europe, the confession from Davos is clear. The wall between your private thoughts and the public record is being dismantled. Schwab's vision of stakeholder economy requires a level of surveillance that leaves no room for anonymous citizens. While the WEF frames this as a path to a more equitable and sustainable world, patriots and privacy advocates are asking a much simpler question. Who gets to decide what is acceptable, and what happens to those of us who still believe that privacy is a fundamental human right?
Yeah. I mean, the short answer is it's Davos and the rest of us die.
Georgia Godstone stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the short answer. As far as like who specifically, this is why I don't get behind the whole, everything bad everywhere all the time is Israel. Because there are other factions working towards similar purpose, sometimes in tandem, sometimes just kind of they've got similar goals.
How was
sometimes
it?
They're allies,
How was it? What's his fuck said? George Carlin. You don't need a group of people with the same goals to sit down across a boardroom to make decisions that are personally vested in their own personal self-interest. They just will. Mm-hmm. So you don't necessarily need a conspiracy to accomplish most of the conspiracy driven nonsense today. They just have to agree they like money.
Right. I don't, and like I said, I'm not saying that there isn't some kind of conspiracy of evil Jews out there. I don't blame all Jews for that, but I'm just saying they ain't the only ones.
Allegedly. I mean,
the only ones who, if these groups do in fact exist, and I believe that they do, then if we focus all of our energy on in the one area, then we're going to miss them coming from us. The whole clever girl scenario, Jurassic Park.
Are you talking about Mossad? Because that thing totally exists.
No, I'm not. I mean, Mossad exists, but I don't think Mossad is the hand at the end of the arm. It's not making the calls. Right. Davos is another
taken out Jack.
I think the Islamic Brotherhood is another concern. The CCP is another concern. I do not believe that while they do work together sometimes, that these groups are all, one group. I think it's multiple groups trying to do their thing, trying to see who comes out on top in the end, and all of them are intent on fucking over everybody else. And by everybody else, I mean you and me.
Did we ever have the conversation about the federal government's rundown on their study that they did on how best to survive a biological attack?
We might have touched on it.
So, in the study, out of running like a whole bunch of simulated programs and crap, what they came out with on the other end is the best way for a country to be the best place to survive is if they release it themselves. This is the only way it actually worked out mathematically, was for it to be a false flag attack and you hit your citizens with it 3 weeks before you hit the rest of the world. And by doing that, you're 6 months ahead on herd immunity and whatnot, and you actually knew it was happening. And so you have the ability of collating survivors into an actual civilization before having to deal with the rest of the world that'll still be on their heels. It was a very in-depth paper. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it's a good strategy.
Yeah.
See how it pays off.
It's dark, dude. It's dark as all get out, but that's the way the numbers run because of the nature of herd immunity.
Yeah.
I love the expression of herd there. I understand, it's like the group immunity, but also applying it to the fact of, hey, we're hitting our nation first in order to inoculate our nation. It really sells the point that in this current state of affairs, the average citizen is just cattle.
Well, in the paper's defense, it kind of precluded the idea of any pre-extent work on vaccinations or anything like that. Like no treatments being released to the public at all. The idea was that it was a super secret attack, and it ran the simulation, hitting every nation on Earth, trying to figure out a way that would leave the starting nation on top. And the only solution it came up with for an absolute win was for the starting nation to be the first one hit without vaccines and stuff. Because if you can, secretly vaccinate your group, then you can just tear hell on everybody. But that was
well, not only that, but the survivors are oftentimes carriers too.
Yeah.
So like when they come into contact with, say, an enemy nation who hasn't been inoculated, the shit's going to spread through them like fucking wildfire. And all you got to do is send your little typhoid Marion.
You just that was actually covered as part of it too, for the expansion of the home nation. And this wasn't run as America being the starting nation. This was run just like an in general random nation number A.
Puts a kind of a fun little light on Wuhan though, doesn't
it? I'm not saying anything specific. I'm just repeating what I read in a paper. I read this paper,
right?
And was.
It's an intellectual exercise. That's all I'm doing.
Yes, exactly. Damn it. How did I get down this rabbit hole? What the fuck just happened? I got Sasquatch.
So,
for the record, it tastes like peanut butter.
Yeah, for the record, for those watching, sometimes we do kind of avoid certain topics specifically on this show, not because I have an issue with it on my channel, but because I don't want to get Sasquatch's channel taken down with mine.
I just did that. I can't believe I just did that.
You did that. That was on you.
Totally.
Slow, deep, and hard.
That's how she likes it. I mean, that's how she likes it. Fuck.
It's probably my favorite Typo Negative album too. But anyway,
turns out Freud was right.
Quick question, I've got a quick question for you all, kind of tying back to the Twitter post that you had Squatch read from the WEF. Basically, the line about, or I don't remember the exact verbiage of the line, but basically, when people who believe privacy is a human right, like what are you going to do in the context of someone trying to steal that?
Oh, you mean the question at the end of the post? It says, "What happens?" It says specifically, who gets to decide what is quote unquote acceptable, and what happens to those of us who still believe that privacy is a fundamental human right? Is the question.
Tied to the fundamental human right component. I'm curious. This is a line of thought that I've been kind of grappling with myself, that I haven't really come to a conclusion because I'm scared of the conclusion that I'll come to. But I think it's a fun thought exercise, and I'm going to ask you guys this. Do you believe that someone's rights should be respected if they are unable to keep them themselves? As in, if they are unable or unwilling to justify their right to live or their right to whatever right they wish to claim, do they deserve those rights if they are unwilling to protect and seize them?
Can I have a piece of this first?
Go for it.
Every sperm is sacred. Every sperm is grand.
Thou shalt not spill them upon the dusty ground.
Good girl. I know you wanted a legitimate answer to that, but that does kind of cover my thought process. I'm not gonna
Hey,
lie.
it's an okay answer.
Question answered.
Mm-hmm. All right, so rephrase the question for me.
Sometimes I love the looks my wife gives me.
Are you saying that they, if they're not willing to fight? Yeah, if you're not, is it if you can't defend it, or are you not willing to fight for it? Because you kind of
it's not necessarily just in the context of fighting or violence, but also just in general. If you are unwilling to, I probably should have used less aggressive terminology. If
you should always use less aggressive terminology, first of all.
Yes. If you are unwilling to take action to keep, preserve, or justify a right that you wish to have, do you deserve that right? I.e., if you outsource your rights to someone else, do you deserve them?
I don't believe that justification is necessary if they're inherent natural rights, period.
I don't think that you have to justify your rights at all.
No.
Yeah, I think the word deserve is kind of used erroneously.
Yeah,
right.
The deserve is where I'm having a problem.
Rights are granted by the Creator, God, the deist theology that you choose to believe in, whether it's Muhammad or fucking fucking Fred Astaire over here, whoever you believe is the overarching power of the universe.
Yeah, those rights are inherent.
Those rights, they're just there.
Yeah,
they need defending against people who want to take them from you, and that is the entire purpose and instrument of the Constitution, which, by the way, you swore to uphold and defend. We're enemies both foreign and domestic, sir.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, Squatch.
That's where the thing was for me. I think that your rights are given to you by your maker, absolutely, but as somebody who has those rights, you have to be willing to fight and keep them, because people are going to take them from you. There's, so it.
I mean, the HOA needs to be abolished immediately.
I mean, yeah. The HOA bad.
HOA bad. See, here's the thing. I'm between two different districts.
Hot water burn baby.
Hot water does burn baby. And to my left are people, and across the street are people part of an HOA, and to my right are people part of a little business district thing that they've agreed to, but I'm not part of either one of them. And both of them keep leaving fucking messages on my front stoop. Like, I am, my property is literally carved out of both of their annexes. So, like, it's not there. The lady that lived here was an absolute iron bitch. She did not permit that shit to happen here. And so I'm grandfathered out of all of that trash. But they still keep trying to, like, push it on me. And I'm just like, middle finger to the fucking guy when he shows up. I'm like, dude, go away. I'm literally the only residential property here. The rest of y'all are weird business things. So go away. Middle finger, go away.
But yeah, to I guess back to Shadoo's questions, like I said, I think the term justify needs to be left out of that question entirely, because no man should have to justify their inherent rights. Period. You have those rights. Those rights aren't, there's no justification.
Let me try it this way, Sam. We hold these truths to be self-evident.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Self-evident. We don't have to prove it. We don't have to justify it. It just is.
Let me put it this way. I believe that the average Chinese peasant has the same rights enumerated in the United States Bill of Rights as I do. I just don't believe that they have it enshrined in such a way as to protect them from the government. That's it. That's the difference between me and your average Chinese peasant.
If we're going to talk about God-given rights, if we're going to put it in those terms, it's as simple as this, isn't it? Like, if someone tries to take away those rights from you, if you let them, then that's on you, isn't it? You've let them personally take your rights away from you. So if you didn't do anything to fight against it, then you're not, whether or not you deserve them or not, you ain't got them because you didn't fucking fight for them, basically.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Barbecue? He's from Haiti.
Oh, the guy is it? Wait a minute, General Barbecue.
We did a whole show on him.
El Presidente Barbecue.
General Barbecue, yeah.
El Presidente General.
Generale. Yeah, so he has a slightly different view on human rights.
Yeah.
He also has a slightly different view on human flavor.
Yeah. Yeah. Delicious long pork is what he calls it.
Your rights is his
allegedly. It's those liberal tears that make it so sweet.
Look, and I get that there are people who disagree with me on like how I view that as an inherent thing, inherent in all men. For instance,
I thought you were going to say
Steelman here
how you season your human meat.
Well, that too, but Steelman here is clearly in disagreement, and that's fine.
Just,
you don't have to believe the same thing that I do. I do believe it is inherent.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Well, hold on. I think hold on. I don't think Steelman. Maybe I'm misunderstanding his point, but I don't think Steelman is saying the rights don't exist. I think he's saying just in your head. The point being is these are
no.
He's saying that the Bill of Rights doesn't exist.
He's saying that it is just a fiction that you've made up in your own head.
Yeah, no, he's.
Oh wait, is he trolling? Because there is an argument
he's
to be
dead.
made.
No, I think he believes
for a while.
They see me trolling. They hate
what he's telling you is you do not have rights. That's just a thing that was made up to make you feel better and sleep better at night.
Yeah.
And still, man.
Yeah.
It's,
okay. I'm not going to.
It's the gilded cage that we live in.
Yeah. No. Where the point where I've kind of come to is like they're not tangible. Like I can't pick up a right. That's not something physical. The only way that they exist.
You kind of can.
You need to do the side quests first.
The only way they exist is if you articulate, acknowledge, or think that they exist, and then if someone tells you, well, they don't, and then puts a gun in your face, your only option is remove the gun from your face or admit they don't exist, and then they stop existing.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the conclusion I've come to, where sure, you have a piece of paper, but unless you're actually acting upon the information transcribed upon that piece of paper, it doesn't exist.
For instance, he's making a point here. Do you have a right to bear arms or just the right to bear arms they allow? Well, first of all, I live in Wyoming, sir. I can have whatever the fuck I want except to worship because we ain't got any water.
I'm working on that.
And I could have one. It's just not going anywhere.
It's just not a ship. It's a fortress.
Listen, I've been talking to Grid One about establishing a pirate vessel to take one of these letters of marque and go hijack fucking oil tankers out of the high seas.
They are talking about letters of marque again. That's gonna anyway.
Yeah, dude. Homeboy's loaded. He's got 3 ships already. If one of them can be, I'm deviously dastardly.
Yeah, but the point is like I absolutely have the right. And any Marbury versus Madison, sir. Any law that is made that is repugnant to the Constitution is null and void. Fuck it. They come for me. They can. I mean, they can absolutely try. They're gonna have to Ruby Ridge my ass.
And that's why Sam has a home defense.
And they will, though. That's the problem.
Oh, sure, but they'll remember me. They will remember me.
I know a quote
I will die free.
I know a quote which I think should do a scratching at. And it begins with,
still, man, hold on one second.
For those who wish to live, let them fight.
Sure. That makes sense.
I'll leave it at that. You can Google the rest.
This is an invite-only panel. It took me 2 years to get in here, and I've been here, 2 years since?
Give or take, yeah.
Little almost 3. I don't know what to tell you. Good luck. Stick around, talk to him. He's not a bad guy. Just, be sociable.
Another way to get on these streams is hang out with hang out in Destiny streams and then eventually get invited
Ew.
because Sam forgot to invite a guest. Not Destiny, the person, Destiny game. Like the Bungie game.
To be fair, I was very new to the game at that point. I've since become much more stringent about how I allow on here. You've been grandfathered in.
Yeah, you don't count when it comes to getting the invite.
Grandmother did. Thank you
want
very
me to
much.
grandmother you? Because I will. Come here, sonny. Let me pick those cheeks. Have some apple pie. You just don't eat enough.
I really don't. I'm hungry. I'm
really
grandchildren.
Doug, we ran like 5 miles on a freaking wooded trail yesterday, and I'm still hungry. I did not eat enough yesterday.
I'm liking the way this stream's going.
Let's move on to the next thing, shall we?
So, Ardent says we should abuse Abe.
What was that?
Ardent says we should abuse Abe.
Oh no, it's her again.
Ardent boy's talking about seeing
hates me.
Hunger of death.
Why do you hate me?
I'm gonna go eat a bagel. I'm gonna go eat a bagel.
Yeah, goy slop. I mean, something different.
Fuck yes. Fuck yeah. Hey, listen.
Out of my mouth.
listen. Okay. First of all, Sam, good. You're on the right part of Twitter if you're saying goy slop. Second,
no, you're
not.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna go eat a bagel. One of the greatest things to come out of Polish anti-Semitism.
Stop it.
Anyway,
Ardent's threatening you with the singularity hamster.
Just do it, dude. Just pull the trigger on that thing.
All right, fine. Whatever, dude. Like, I don't know why you hate me.
Conflicting information on why the job market is so bad. Let's talk about the research. And it is weird, interesting, and really not pretty. Now, people say it's not that bad. There are jobs available, and we have seen.
Pardon?
I said like you. Never mind. Carry
I'm not.
on.
It's a damn fine-looking gentleman there. I don't see a problem.
Devil, what do you think about her? Go on.
Like I said, it's become like where you start to, what do you call that? Where you start to your jailers
started off
start
as
to
challenging
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, like Stockholm
challenging over
syndrome.
time.
Yeah, like I hated her at first so much, and now I'm starting to like go, hey, maybe I would. So yes,
she's a total smash. It's just that after the smash, you have to check your apartment for air tags and surveillance.
Yeah, devil might do it.
A pretty big decline from 2022.
Imagine the pillow talk.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only marginally better than 2019, but there's a different problem. It's the quality of jobs that are available. We have seen a massive decline in how much people are getting paid, and well, some people get paid a whole lot more. Most people get paid less. There's been a 68% decline in growth of wages from the 1980s on. If we compare that to inflation, yes, it's not hard to see that there's a big problem, but that shouldn't impact whether or not people are employed. Should it?
So,
well, when young people are leaving college.
Do it.
She is obviously extrapolating from data from over 40 years here, but even in just the last 5, in terms of the employment rate, yes, there's a significant gap in the employability between certain generations. However, I would argue that a lot of that has to do with the fact that during a certain global event, right, in this country anyway, and in the place I live, people were being paid not to work, and they were being paid more not to work than they would have been paid at an entry level position to actually work, right? And people got fucking used to that. We got to a point where I work right now, we couldn't get people to apply for fucking jobs and actually show up for interviews because we couldn't offer them as much money as unemployment was.
Yeah,
not to start. So people just didn't work until and now they're all out there. They're just like, well, unemployment's going to stop paying the thing. How come there's no jobs? I was like, because you guys didn't fucking want them. We had to fucking outsource. Like the job still needed doing. It didn't stop need doing in that time.
See, what I recommend to any Gen Z who is struggling to find employment and is looking for purpose and value in their life, go down to your local recruitment office and become government property today. Service guarantees happiness.
So you also have the option. You remember back a few years ago, there was that whole learn to code fiasco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is like the opposite situation taking place, where you have to tell them to learn to coal mine.
No, you don't need to learn to coal mine.
Significantly less complicated than coding.
Technically speaking, sure.
I live in coal country, dude. It is significantly less complicated than coding.
Yeah, sure. I got you.
Listen, is coal mining as fun as emptying the magazine of a 240 Bravo?
It depends on what your specific gig is and what kind of mine you're talking about. If it's open pit and you're on the demolitions crew, hell yes.
Right?
I probably should have mentioned mortarman. I probably should have said mortarman. Motherfucker, why don't I know any mortar variants? Fuck you.
I'm just saying, like these guys, they set charges and they blow shit up. That's what their whole job is. You know?
So go be a fuck. Is it an 0203? Is that a combat engineer? Fuck.
No one cares. No one even cares, dude.
I care. Fuck you.
In your head.
You know, and
it's
some
in your
people
head, dude.
Really like driving haul trucks. You know how big a haul truck is?
Yeah.
You know, or like running drag lines.
I had to do a test when I was getting certified for different vehicles. One of the very few vehicles I'm not certified on is one of those big off-road haul trucks, like the big ones, because I can't back up to a sheer cliff and drop my load off the edge of it without impeding the next truck backing up, because I have self-preservation. And I don't care how many cameras you show me that my wheels are 12 feet from the edge. My brain says that's too close, and you guys can fuck yourself and keep that 25 cents. I don't care about it.
Yeah, it can be very exciting. It is a hazardous profession. That's true. And even in demolitions, right? Occasionally they set off what they call the orange cloud. You don't want to be anywhere near that shit when that happens. It's what happens basically when certain kinds of bituminous coal and the nitro from the explosives and all that stuff gets sort of mixed up, and it pushes a bunch of extremely corrosive and poisonous gas into the air, and then it just floats around fucking and like melting and poisoning everything that wanders into it. It's pretty awful. If it gets caught by the wrong headwind, it goes right into town. There are risks, is all I'm saying.
There are risks. Oh, dear.
Or even earlier, they're looking for a job ideally in their field and a place they have expertise in. However, there are just not a lot of entry-level jobs. I mean, artificial intelligence is partially responsible for the loss of a lot of entry-level jobs, but a big part of that is companies that are getting rid of wages. So what's the way that we can save money? Get rid of the people we pay and tell shareholders that we've replaced it with AI because they're happy. However, it doesn't really work that way.
Or states freaking pushing ridiculous minimum wages on these companies that they can't afford to keep all the low-level employees.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's going to be the bursting of the tech bubble, and that will be interesting too. But there are side effects. There's also issues with contract work. I mean, for a lot of places, every single person you see is a contracted employee paying a medical bill. It's a pain. But depression in young people has skyrocketed. Some studies say that 20% of young people have major depression. Other ones say that it may just go undiagnosed. And 80% of young people have symptoms of moderate to severe depression. Those stats really bother me, but not for the reasons you think. I am not supposed to be the most well-adjusted person in the room. I'm not supposed to be the most hinged person. And I'm looking around and things are really bad.
At least.
You know, at least she's self-aware, right?
I guess.
But if she's saying that all these kids are more fucked up than she is, that is a problem.
I see your problem.
Oh, and the really sad thing about her being more well-adjusted than a lot of other people is, it's not necessarily that she's crazier than them. It's just that she's more like open and discussive. She's not scared to speak. A lot of people I've interacted with, like they are like when you actually sit down and start talking with them and they open up, there's clearly something wrong behind the eyes, behind the mask, but most people just don't speak, or they put a mask on for so long that they're just, you don't ever see the real them.
Well, you know, the problem with wearing a mask all the time is that eventually you forget who you are underneath it.
Yeah, you become that which you portray. That's how I got clean, actually. I basically pretended I was clean until I was.
Yeah, you faked it till you make it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So a big part of this issue may be that young people are just giving up on finding a job. They're dropping themselves out of the labor force, or they're doing other stuff like DoorDash or Uber or making content. There is also the major problem that employers are able to keep our wages low because of non-competition. If you work for a company, you are, not allowed to go work for another company. They're not allowed to hire you. We've seen some of those problems with major AI firms between Grok and Anthropic and OpenAI. If you leave for better pastures, they may prevent you from being employed anywhere. And because of that, they can treat employees however they like because you're not going to go. This is long.
That's a contractual problem, right? That's like, if you are negotiating a contract with a potential employer, which first of all, I don't do contract work, but if I did, right, if they make you sign a non-compete clause or something like that, then yeah, like if you signed the goddamn thing, you should be aware that that's what you're getting into. First of all, right? You're obviously not going to be able to find work in that field again because you signed a non-compete clause.
Mm-hmm.
So
you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate.
Yeah, pretty much. So like at that point, it's kind of on you for signing the fucking thing.
That's kind of how I ended up making $26 an hour. And this was back in like 2000, late 2008. During the housing crisis, I made more money than God. It was retarded. I ended up working with a job with an unnamed company, and they had this payment scale where the more things you are certified to do, the higher they pay you, regardless of your education, your level of employment, and any of that, right? And so I went in and found out how to go about getting certified to these different things, figured out who to talk to take the test and to get tested and all that stuff. And I spent literally 8 months, one day a week, taking as many of the certification tests as I could, the paper parts, and then scheduling out time to do the rest of them. I got like 90 certifications, and I was the dude running a fucking shovel, making $26.50 an hour, which was $1 more than the lead man on my crew, and he was pissed. Talking about some white privilege shit, and I was like, dude, the tent's right over there. Go tell them what you go get certified to everything. Safety certified, heavy equipment certified, you name your freaking vehicle certified.
I mean, there was some time I got AED certified because it was available and because you never knew. It never came up, but I was certified to defibrillate somebody.
You got to play with the paddles? Yes,
I did.
Did that too.
I'll be honest, that was a fun fucking class.
Yeah, all of the safety shit, everything safety you could imagine. That was half of my pay rise on that job, was being safety certified in absolutely everything.
Yeah, the downside is if you're ever in a situation where it calls for those specific skills and you're the only one present, you have to get involved.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing is when I was in high school, I did volunteer service at old folks' home, hospice care type place, and every week they gave a little seminar on Heimlich maneuver, first aid, all of that stuff, chest compressions, turn your mouth and cough, everything you can think of. And so, like, that's not an issue. I can do anything short of like an appendectomy.
Sure.
Oh, I don't know nothing about birthing no babies, but I birthed a lot of pigs, so it might work out.
I mean, it's definitely a possibility. I got certified in all the CPR and first aid and all that stuff too. I'm not currently certified in any of that shit, but
me neither.
But I was.
But I'll tell you what, the state of Georgia sent me job offers for 26 years based off of my certifications list because it's so ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yep. It's silly. I can run a drag line. I've never run a drag line, but they'll let me try.
I got a brother who can repair one. From the ground up.
Oh, yeah. I'm a machine shop certified on a whole bunch of shit in there too. That was another big chunk of my pay rise because it was like 25 cents for a full craft and 10 cents for individual machines in the craft, right? So that's a bunch of shit.
But anyway, point is like, yeah, if you want better circumstances in your contract, you have to negotiate for them. You know, that's totally on you. It's not on your employer.
So Uncle Old Blondie points out our union is absolutely criminal. I'm in Georgia. I'm in a non-union state, right? But I was working for a company that did union stuff, right? So that was part of the reason why my pay went up when other people's didn't, even though they did the same types of certifications I did. They had signed into the union and were stuck on union metrics, whereas I was a free agent that had hired in local, and I was more or less able to set my terms on any contractual work that I did. And the fact that I had done a few contract type jobs before that made it a lot easier for me to turn that into an absolute fucking cash cow. I was making stupid bank. And this was midstream of the housing crisis in 2008. Everybody was losing their jobs. Folks with kids and shit out there was eating ramen, and I paid cash for a car on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And it is now true of tech, and it's spreading to other areas, and it is not good for people who want to be employable. So at the end of the day, a lot of people have just given up, and there's no good solution to that because there is another crisis on the horizon, and that is the birth rate. Now, a lot of people feel differently about this. The problem is that once a population starts to decline in birth rate, it is very difficult to recover it. We are going to have many older people who need care and need resources, and less younger people to provide that care and create resources. At least some are hoping that the solution is robots, but as of now, robots don't pay taxes. I would personally love it if we created robots that ended up, superseding us. That would be awesome, but the technology...
It's right there. Like, she always gets back around to the please AI and robot overlords make me harder.
Subjugate me harder, Daddy. Watch your face.
Some are hoping that the solution is robots, but as of now, robots don't pay taxes. I would personally love it if we created robots that ended up, superseding us. That would be awesome, but the technology is not there yet. This is all a very complicated system, and a lot of things do not look good. Will we survive? Probably. Are we having a good time doing it? No. I hope you've enjoyed this. If the robots ever rebel, I'll probably be the person to tell you about it, and I'm on their side. Follow for more. You may have heard some...
I mean, she don't hide the shit.
She makes it really hard for me to want to throw one in her. I'm just saying.
I don't think that's an accident.
Yeah.
I think that's intentional.
That's a challenging wank.
I mean, he's kind of a bear, right? It's maybe not assertive enough, but, Devil's kind of a bear. Her handle is bear bait official.
Right. I don't know if, I don't like that.
No. And the bit where she's like, I can't wait till they supersede us. She's not talking about in the job market. She's talking about the species, right? Which kind of makes everything she said about concern for the declining birth rate sort of a non-starter. Because she isn't concerned about that because she's trying to replace us.
I think she's bendersexual.
I do think there is a concern, but there's not like the emotional attachment of, oh, I know this is bad because, X, Y, or Z. It's I would be a bad person if I don't say this is bad. So I'm going to say it's bad, even though I actually like it, because it's something I've had to learn. No, not consciously, but subconsciously. Where you'll go, this is a problem I consistently have, where people will mention something sad that's happened in their life, and there is a element of struggling to have an empathetic component where I recognize, hey, I academically recognize that's a bad thing and they need support, but I also don't. The emotional attachment doesn't connect, if that makes sense.
You don't care.
So, yeah, exactly. I subconsciously recognize I need to care, but I don't actively care. She's in the same way where she actively doesn't care, but recognizes subconsciously that it's
you're
a bad
describing
thing and
sociopathy. Is what you're describing.
I guess.
Sociopathy. Well, because sociopaths are capable of recognizing, the at least outward expressions of emotions and identifying them in other people, even if they don't feel it themselves, and are also capable of eventually learning through social cues to recognize when they need to display them themselves, even if they don't feel them, so they mimic them. That's what you're talking. You're describing
to manipulate them.
Yeah.
Giving her the benefit of the doubt and saying she's doing it unconsciously, but I wouldn't be surprised if she's doing it.
Being a sociopath isn't always a bad thing. Most of them aren't violent or killers.
I know.
Yeah, but a lot of them do end up rising in the ranks very quickly in whatever chosen field they have, because they are also pretty ruthless.
Yeah. Or it's not necessarily a ruthless component, but the fact that they don't have any of those emotional.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. They're ruthless because they have they have a goal. They set their sights on the goal, and they remove obstacles to that goal. Some of them will kill for that. But if it's not necessary to kill, they don't do that, which is why most of them are not killers.
Yeah. Well, also obstacles aren't necessarily physical things like people. An obstacle could be not getting up early enough, meaning less time, or not meal prepping, meaning you have to eat shitty fast food, or not working out as much as you need to. Yeah. So
they're all about efficiency to getting to whatever the goal is that they've set for themselves.
There we go. So in that context, I think you, for once, chose a more aggressive word than you should have. I think Ruth.
I don't think I did.
I think you did.
No, without Ruth.
You remember how you were talking about not caring? That's how this conversation is making me feel.
I tend to do that to you. I'm fully aware.
Yeah. You do that to a lot of people. You do.
Yes.
It's kind of your whole thing.
Being an emotional black hole, correct.
Something like that. In the meantime, here is a topic that actually Sasquatch probably knows a hell of a lot more about than I do. I mean, I'm aware of the whole nanny state security surveillance state thing going on. The specific phrase that is used here, I have not heard before, though. And that's probably just because I live in my head in the sand. But flock camera?
Yeah.
See that one? That's a security cam. That right there is a flock cam.
Fully support the use of flock cameras. I think it'll not reduce crime.
The flock cam is AI, photographing and remembering. It will take pictures and videos of your vehicle, right? And it'll log you at this time, at this place, blah, 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 blah. The flock cam goes to a private company. I think it's 90,000 nationwide and 9,000 a DFW. Those little guys watch you and tag you everywhere you go. So it just tagged me now. And even though I don't have a license plate, it's still going to put me down in memory in this spot. So now when I go over to the next cameras, which we're going to go a little ways in, those cameras will ping me as well. And then this private company is going to know I was here and went to there and was pointing at their cameras. Flock safety, 24/7 recording. So see, they're getting you when you come in, they're getting you when you leave. Also, the website that we're using just to look up the cameras, the owner of these cameras, the dude that owns the company, he tried to say that it was terrorism. That us knowing where these cameras are on a website is terrorism.
And then unfortunately there's terroristic organizations like DFLOC, whose primary motivation is chaos. They are closer to Antifa than they are anything else.
On what planet is us knowing where these companies' cameras are that are logging our everyday life, does this guy get to say that us knowing where this camera is, like I just found it because of the map, how's it terrorism for me to know where this camera is? That just seems sus, right?
So,
what the flock?
Right. There's been a handful of cases where citizens have fought back against the use of flock cameras, largely based around like husband and wives owning one car, and it doesn't really identify who's driving the car, but it can result in you getting charged with speeding or whatever. And So, like, let's say you let your daughter drive to town and she goes through the school zone at 32 miles an hour instead of, 22 miles an hour, and you get a speeding ticket, but it's a speeding ticket against you. You have no freaking clue about it because you don't even drive over there, and so you go in and try to fight it, but it's your car, right? And what's happened is, because it's not the people who are actually perpetrating the supposed crime, it infringes on right to travel laws in some states, and so they've been able to get it in front of some Supreme Court cases. But in most cases, the towns say they're going to stop using them before it comes to any type of a court case, really. So I don't really know how far we're getting on that. They still have the equipment. They're just, quote unquote, not using it.
Yeah, they're not exactly removing it. So you basically, you just have to take them at their word that they're not doing the nefarious thing that they say they're not doing.
Well, and there's this place in Mississippi.
Behind the curtain. Don't look behind the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
The town got them to stop using it, and then they didn't believe them, right? Because they were still getting like human interpreted tickets instead of the flock tickets, right? And they've been decommissioned because the town basically voted that the solar cells be removed from all the different flock cameras. Now, I'm assuming you could still operate them off a battery, but without a way to power the battery or charge it or whatever, they can't be used, I think, was the idea.
Sort of like starving the fire of oxygen.
Right, starving them of data is what it comes down to.
Yeah. So I don't know. An interesting question was posed in the thread that that video was attached to that talked about, what if the immigration crisis, which we know was manufactured, right? We know, I mean, it's happening, but it was done on purpose, right? The immigration crisis in the West specifically, and I'm going to use my own country here, the United States. I would use England, but I'll get to that in a minute, why I didn't. To engineer a surveillance state, to get the right wing on board with a surveillance state that we otherwise would have cried against.
Yeah. Flock those cameras.
Right. The immigration wasn't the point. The immigration was the means to get to the point, which was surveillance state. Right. And the reason I didn't say England is because you guys were already a surveillance state before the immigration crisis thing happened. So it's like you guys did it ass backwards.
See, I would disagree with that assertion because that would imply that there's any sort of that it's the surveillance component that's the issue and not the actual prosecution. Because when you look at this,
it's the availability of the surveillance, sir. If the surveillance is available, it will be used and nefariously.
Oh no, the surveillance will be used nefariously. I'm talking about the casus belli for actually utilizing the surveillance. We need this so we can actually properly protect people. How did having a camera record the death of Irina Zarutska exactly help that case? How did seeing the murder do anything to actually make sure that animal doesn't do what he did 14 times before her and will do after her?
Well, that's because that's not the purpose. That's the lie they tell you. It's
right. Exactly.
It's never about stopping any of it. It's about just like the Patriot Act was. It's a way to get these things implemented. Never let a good crisis go to waste type situation.
Right. That's my point. So the whole, we did thing in order to justify this to people, even though we've used this argument before and they're calling us on our bullshit consistently. They're either stupid or it's not that. And I would argue it's not that. I'd argue it's probably a bit of both. It's
two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah. And also, once you got that wedge open, like Devil said with the Patriot Act, because like you're the only member of this panel who's not old enough to remember a world before the Patriot Act, right?
That's also true.
Let me run it by right quick. Hold on.
And I'm not knocking you for it. I'm just saying that it's actually a good thing that you're here because you represent the contingent of the population that has always known a world after that.
You used to be able to go to an airplane smoking a cigarette and carrying drinks. You could walk right up on the airplane with a cooler full of fucking Cokes and Sprites and stuff like that, and put it in the overhead compartment and access it during the flight at any point in time you wanted to, while smoking your Marlboro Red and bitching at the guy in the seat behind you for touching your fucking hair. Like, flying used to be cool.
Yeah, like you could stick your hunting rifles in the carry-on and then
go
to fucking Wyoming, kill a deer, and then come back.
You didn't have to get your naked body get scanned just so you could take a flight, one state over.
Hell, depending on the airport, you didn't even need to put them in your bag. I remember some story about a dude just like walking onto an airplane, and he was requested by the before the 9/11, he was requested by the flight attendant to put his it was like a pistol or a hatchet, or he had something on his hip, and because it was there, like a couple other passengers were a little bit concerned, so he was politely asked, "Hey, could you please stow that? And could you please stow that? You're making other people uncomfortable." And he's like, "Okay, tight," right. And he just put it in his bag. And he wasn't like, no one freaked out, no one told him to leave. It was just, "Hey, dude, like, you're allowed to have that, just don't have it out, please. And thank you."
Hey, Tomby, thanks for the raid over on Rumble. Appreciate it, brother.
Cool.
Apparently that's Marine speak for like yay. So
the creepy little dude's not coming after you, Tomby.
I mean,
ask Gal. Ask Gal.
Probably know that, but
ask Gal. She can confirm. It's positive.
Indeed. But I guess, but the reason that I bring that up in the first place isn't because I'm decrying your youngness or anything. It's good to have the perspective that you have on the panel here, because the rest of us do remember very well. And the reason that I even bring that up, and I'm sure that Devil did, is that once you are able to get a population to vote against their own self-interest, you can get them to do it again.
Yeah.
And that's where this is heading.
And if it doesn't work the first time, you just put it to another vote with an even cheesier name.
Yeah. Or you don't even mention it. You just put it into something else and then go,
okay,
this is the
I want to ask the whole panel, is anybody surprised about the SPLC?
Anybody no, not at all. Not even a little bit.
Nothing with these,
big red one guy.
Companies surprises me anymore. It takes something rather drastic to surprise me nowadays. Especially when it comes to fraud.
I saw the best meme the other day was, it said, leftists, racism is bad. So we will continue to throw money at you to fight racism until it is gone. And then we will stop. And then it had like the puppet meme where he side eyes as the SPLC. It's like, okay, so let's fund some racism.
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly, it's pretty fucking American. If you think about it, like, it's very entrepreneurial.
You gotta respect the hustle for sure,
right?
But it's exactly what we thought was happening. Like, I don't even have my tinfoil hat over here anymore. Alex Jones been right way too often for that shit to work.
All those videos of similarly dressed men marching down the road, and we're going, these are feds?
Yeah,
these are feds? Yeah. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Why are they wearing the Fed starter pack?
Yeah. I need an image of Sasquatch picking up his tinfoil hat to put it on and going, "God damn it," just throwing it down because it's all actually true.
It's like, well, it was a good run, buddy, but now I got to put you on the mental with the other things I don't need.
Yeah.
That's from that entire situation is reminding me. Squatch, I don't know if you remember this, but you remember what like a year or two ago when I was on your stream and I was just wearing like my normal clothes, and your entire chat was calling me a Fed.
Yeah, that was funny.
Because it was literally I'd gotten a fresh haircut, I had my watch on, and I was wearing just like a t-shirt. I couldn't remember if it was a collared shirt or if it was just like a plain black shirt. It was one of those two. But it was just like, and then I put my sunglasses on when someone's like, "Wait, Squatch, why do you have a Fed on?" And I put the sunglasses on just to fuck with people, and it was just a chat going Fed.
He also owns.
Welcome to my chat, bro.
20 pairs of khakis, 20 pairs of navy blue shirt.
His closet looks like blue shirt guy.
Aren't you a Fed though? Now you're a Fed.
Are you gonna wear a dive watch or a dive watch?
To answer Jack's question, I am not a glowy.
No, you're not.
You glow harder than anybody else up here, bro. You're literally the federal government. You are property of, sir. You are in the glow.
I mean, to be fair, everyone is technically federal government.
That's a good try, bro. That's a good shot.
You pay property taxes. You pay income tax.
No. Shut up.
You're all property of the government.
You are property because you have willingly signed over your life and your future to the U.S. government. You no longer belong to yourself. You belong to them. Whereas your average federal employee just does it for money.
Dude,
he does have a point in his argument. I mean, ultimately speaking, we are kind of all property of the federal government.
Only by consent, though. Only by consent. Sure. Which is exactly what happened with
When's
him.
the last time you saw somebody not consent?
Have
you ever heard of Waco?
Yeah.
Ruby Ridge? These people didn't consent.
Why do you think I mentioned Ruby Ridge earlier?
Dude, Shadu is the reincarnation of that kid that turned his father in the Soviet Union.
Oh,
like he's one step away from selling Sam out to the federal government.
Dude, they already know about him, dog. They already know about him. What do you mean? I'm not selling
I hate
shit
to
out.
burst devil's bubble, but I've had an FBI file for 30 years. So
no comment.
Yeah, no, like
it's they know who the fuck I am. They've known who I am for a long time, long before I was on the internet.
They either know about you guys or you're all such fucking small for us. You know, actually, the really funny thing is, I recently had to submit information about foreign contacts for my job, and the specific verbiage is any foreign contact involving 2 or more conversations over a year, which would mean like hundreds of fucking pieces of paper because of the number of people I've interacted with on YouTube, Twitter, Discord, etc. And all of it would have been username, not citizen of the United States. And then everything else would be unknown or NA because I know fuck all about most of you people. And so
we keep it that way for a reason.
Right. No, but it's a case like the internet. Like some of this is just dudes I play Helldivers with. And I was telling my dad about this, and he was like, "Oh yeah, because they haven't updated these checks in like 50 years. Back in the day, like you having a foreign contact was something that was actually a big deal because you would it's harder to communicate. It was harder to communicate with people then. You were actively sending letters, you were spending a large amount of money on phone bills, or you were physically going places. Now, the internet's kind of made those checks fucked up, which is just all to say really funny, and you guys actually don't matter enough to the government for you to ever have to worry about me reporting y'all. So you're safe, Devil.
Your mama.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's
wasn't really worried about that to begin with, but thanks.
I'm not a threat, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the way I want it, bro. Just keep me away from your local garden shed.
No, Squatch. I've actually seen your file. Your file is labeled potential threat.
Mostly harmless.
It's just if you're mostly harmless as long as he stays on the couch. Sam's is
he sobers up.
Yeah, basically. Sam's is threat low, and then Devil is threat non-existent.
But with our powers combined, we're absolutely fucking reckless.
By all your powers combined, you are a medium threat and Devil.
I was just rude, kid.
I'm gonna smother your little gay ass in your sleep, dude.
With his cheeks.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't worry, his roommates do that.
No, don't throw me in the briar patch.
I gotta pull the sock that they already stuffed in your mouth out before I can suffocate you.
No, they don't do that. They invite like 3 other people from the hall into the room.
That's beautiful, babe.
Talk.
Now tell me the sounds they make.
Mostly just chimpanzee noises. Or yelling at me to go to sleep.
I regret asking that question. I should have known the answer.
I think you should. Yeah. Definitely a regret.
All right, you got one more left, bro.
All right.
Y'all know this guy, right?
Aujourd'hui, au bout de ça, on parle de puces qu'on pourra s'implanter. Ce sera quand ça?
Certainement dans les 10 années à venir. Et d'abord, on va les implanter dans nos vêtements, c'est-à-dire wearables, comme on le dit. Et après, on pourrait s'imaginer qu'on les implante.
I'm just not going to listen to French. You can read it.
Yeah. Basically, he's just going on about like, you know, digital ID under the skin is a good thing.
Yeah. Physical digital identification.
Yes. Because, you know, it's not enough to have digital ID. You gotta have
Let's
it physically
put one in his
implanted.
brain first.
Right.
At high velocity.
Right.
Yeah. It's really only one
It feels
way to
like
do it.
corporate communism to me. It's really strange
Well, it
flavor.
is.
You know.
Well, it is.
That's
It is
such a
corporate
strange flavor of communism. Like,
I don't see why.
I've
It's
never
just,
understood
it's just
it.
basically a larger helping of the means of production. Yeah.
So you're saying I don't like where this is going, dude. Like, I'm seeing like a.
I didn't say I was for it.
Not so much a cyberpunk. What's the a Shadowrun future where people have actually made themselves into dragons and shit.
Yeah, you know, or they at least believe that they are. Yeah.
Well, in Shadowrun, when magic was discovered and gene editing was perfected, they literally produced children who would grow up into dragons, and these are the arch corporate owners, immortal dragons.
So what you're saying is it's basically a mix of Altered Carbon and the Hunger Games.
Oh god, it's where all of that came from, dude. Shadowrun might have been the first.
No, I mean like the society we're looking towards. It's a combination of like the socioeconomic situation as depicted in Hunger Games, but then with the like actual activities held by the Methuselahs.
Johnny Mnemonic.
That's a little too old school for him. He wouldn't know William.
Oh
Gibson.
fuck, you're right. Damn it, Yogan.
I apologize for the fact that I am bored.
Read Neuromancer, and then I'll follow that up with Snow Crash, which is a different author.
We've got like 10 years of movies lined up for you, bro. You'll be fine.
Cyberpunk, yeah, it goes way back. As a matter of fact, William Gibson is the man who coined the phrase cyberpunk.
Right.
Kill.
That whole Neuromancer thing. That's a really interesting book. Like, it's painfully interesting.
It's really good. But yeah, no, if nothing else, then watch Johnny Mnemonic, because that is based on a short story that's sort of tangentially connected to that book.
I'm thinking about putting my Cash App RFD chip inside of a Harry Potter wand and walking around playing for things with the wand.
That'd be funny.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I just had a crazy thought about that. So if you start putting like, you know, chips and computers into people's bodies, even if it's something that's like beneficent and harmless, is like, hey, that dude doesn't have an arm, let's give him a robotic arm. You could use a Harry Potter wand as an avenue for like deploying a virus.
I mean, that's as
like,
you know what? I've got a. You could do that, yes, but I think I've got a way around that. You know, not a way around that exactly, but a way to make that more me. I'm gonna put the chip. If I get the chip, I'm gonna put the chip in my Prince Albert. Because that way, everybody's got to scan my dick, and I can use it to disseminate computer viruses.
Sam just goes walking up to the register.
STD goes viral.
Wait a second. You're creating digital chlamydia.
Yeah.
Now you all know he has a Prince Albert, and none of you wanted to.
And what it does is cause a tentacle to pop up on your screen.
And even if I didn't have a Prince Albert, I would get one for this express purpose. Just be like, oh, can you scan your information for me? And I'd have to whip it out in a fancy restaurant and swipe it there on the pad in front of the maitre d' and God and everybody.
Hell yeah.
What's really disturbing is he has a tentacle tattoo on his penis.
It's not a tattoo.
That's $20 is $20, folks.
Is Neuromancer on Spotify? That's the real question.
I don't know, man.
I'm Googling it right now.
Oh, Arden's getting mad at us because we said things about watching Johnny Mnemonic rather than reading it. He's right. You should read it, but
that is true. But
it's in freaking Spotify. Tight. I'll listen to this while running the e-course.
Yeah, Johnny Mnemonic. It's the dolphin, dude. That fucking dolphin.
Best hacker in the world is fucking dolphin.
Well, yeah, no, but see, the thing is, there is a nightmarish history behind that dolphin. Thank you. Excellent.
Man, that tuition is unreal.
I'm going to copy paste that into my file over here for things to say. Thank you for participating. You get a participation trophy, madam. Congratulations.
I love Erin Laura. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Sarcastic and dirty in all the most unexpected ways. That's good. That's good. Well, folks, I think that might be the show. Like we had I think there was one or two other things, but none of them were important enough. I think it was just basically other people saying everything we'd already recapped, except for like I'm just going to read this out. We don't have to bring it up, but there's an account on Twix called Resist CBDC. I suggest if you're on Twix, maybe follow them. It brings up a lot of stuff like this, keeps people posted on this. In July in Mexico, you won't be able to use your phone without a biometric digital ID face scan stored in a globally interoperable database. In Australia, you can't access social media without biometric digital ID. I don't think that's been fully implemented in Australia, but I think they are starting to roll it out there. And UK is rolling out huge expansion to their facial recognition cameras. You guessed it, globally interoperable. And the digital Vax Pass. And the mass migration, who's allowed to be in our country, said both Tony Blair and William Hague. It's literally the plan. They literally wrote it down and told us what they were going to do. And there's a post here from the World Economic Forum. Reimagining digital ID. For centuries, ID, a way for people to prove attributes about themselves, has played a pivotal role in society. Yet today, roughly 850 million people still lack legal ID, making it difficult or impossible for them to fully engage with society. See, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Be forced to engage with society.
Yeah. Simultaneously, many of those with ID do not have privacy and control over how their data is shared. And that's it. That's like the whole thing. I think it's a lead into a larger article, but which we're not going to go over the whole thing here. But basically, they're wording it in such a way as to say, no, we have a solution for everybody. It's a good thing. Trust us. It's a good thing. It's not a fucking good thing. It's a digital leash. It's a shock collar. You are going to be you will be Kaya to their Hassan, and you better not bark while they're live streaming.
I disagree because at least they promise us food. I don't think Hassan feeds Kaya.
No, for last I heard, Kai's dead.
Exactly, because Hassan doesn't feed Kaya. At least they're promising. At least they're promising us food. Like, sure, it's bugs, but at least they're promising us food.
It's probably hearsay. I don't know. I don't follow a lot of Hassan stuff, but yeah, the last thing I heard was that the dog was dead.
I'll Google it.
Allegedly.
You know, obviously he's not going to parade her corpse around in front of his non-Muslim friends, but on the internet. But
but he might in front of his Muslim friends.
Yeah,
allegedly.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, so apparently it was
Mudahar's not his friend.
So apparently it was a false claim, and then afterwards she was seen in stream. It was.
You sure that wasn't
apparently someone claimed?
Dog?
What I just quickly Googled is that apparently she was walking around in recent streams. I don't know. Dude, I just spent like 30 seconds Googling this shit to give you updated information. I'm not going to go watch the song.
Dog with the mustache.
Yeah. Yeah, they died the dog. It's a new dog. Old dog's gone. Again, that is all hearsay and speculation. I don't know for a fact that the dog is dead. That was just the most recent thing I heard about it, because I don't go out looking for Hassan Piker shit, because what the fuck do I want to do hanging around with a fucking goddamn Turkish commie? You know? So, I do think it's funny that the left is trying to make him their Joe Rogan, but because Joe Rogan was their Joe Rogan.
Well, he's all they have left. Like, I mean, to be fair, he is still a sex pest, but like Destiny is universally acknowledged as a sex pest. Vosh, no one respects Vosh. No one respects Vosh. No one respects Vosh. No one respects Vosh. Like, and Sam Cedar can't argue his way out of a paper bag. He loses arguments and discussions to nobodies. Like, no one had ever heard of Sarah Stock before she trashed him on Jubilee. Like, the only person they have left that's kind of sort of got a little bit of punch left is Hassan Piker, and there are multiple videos of him running around in dresses. Some of them in brothels that are known for having girls underage working in them. And he's the best they have.
In Berlin, yeah. Here's the thing. My whole takeaway from everything that you just said, which to the best of my knowledge is true and correct, is that you watch Jubilee.
No, I watch people who react to Jubilee because for whatever reason that content shows up on Twitter or YouTube for me.
That's my takeaway. You watch Jubilee.
Fine, I guess I'll watch Jubilee vicariously through Rattlesnake TV.
He loves Jubilee.
Steven Crowder, Andrew Wilson. Who are some other people? Tim Pool, Sargon of Akkad, Arch. I've watched a bunch of Jubilee content through other.
Every time it comes on, he's got his popcorn and his daiquiri ready to.
Yeah,
fuck you, kettle corn.
Mm-hmm. And the loot.
No lube. But no. Hey, blood is a good enough lubricant. Just ask Sam.
If you're gonna quote me, get it right, because that in fact was me quoting somebody else that I knew long before you came into the world. Actually,
listen. If
the
I do
quote
exactly
is,
one,
and I quote, "Just think of the blood as lubrication, boy."
Yeah, I like mine more.
That was a
I
wild
like mine more. I like mine more. It's got less molestation attached to it.
It's not as funny though.
Also, we know why Sam doesn't. We know
the
why Sam doesn't hang out
molestation's
with
kind of
Uncle
the
Rudy.
point.
Yeah.
Either way, we know why Sam doesn't hang out with his Uncle Rudy anymore. So
No, it was this electrician I knew named Ernie who actually looked like he was out of the wrong side of Deliverance. Good guy, but he had some very interesting humor. And also, weirdly enough, was the only human I have ever met in my entire life who could accurately simulate the sound, timbre, and volume of a fucking steam whistle.
Kill.
It was the most piercing, horrifying thing ever. But everybody knew when it was lunchtime when Ernie was working.
Oh, also, she hasn't responded yet, but Gal was noting that apparently because I use kill, I'm growing up, and I let her know that you think that's a bad thing. So
no, I saw it. I was ignoring it because I don't care. I'll just let that sit there in silence. Anywho, I think that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank everybody who came onto the show today. You guys are all awesome, and everybody in chat hanging out who didn't bail in the middle of the show, because we did lose a fuckload of subscribers, like right in the middle, or watchers, right in the middle of it, and then they came back. And all that. And to shout out to Tommy and his crew for jumping over on the Rumble side. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Excellent.
But that said, let's go around the horn and let people know where they can find us. I'm going to do things a little counterintuitively this time and start with Devil up at the top.
Okay. You can find me.
He wasn't paying attention.
No, I was. I just didn't think you were going to come to me first. No, you can find me on the pub on Fridays and then back here next Saturday.
Nasu. Shadu, do the thing so I can mute you, because of the like, if you're going to slap a knob, at least fucking hit the mute button first.
Yeah. Howdy on the Shadow of the Hawk, and due to pretty life stuff, which I've requested not be mentioned by name, but still gets mentioned by name by chat and sometimes panelists, I'm not making content. So really, you'll find me here or over on Twitter, maybe.
Yeah, but he does have content. It's not, he just doesn't have any current or new content, but he does have content on his channel. So go fucking watch that shit anyway.
And it's all gay porn.
Some of it. Yeah.
Yeah, like 1 or 2 pieces. You have to go looking for it.
Pretty much anything labeled 40K, there's a dick in it.
Yeah.
His name is Shadow.
Shadow of cock.
I wasn't gonna say it. I didn't do that. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
No, Abe was waiting for it.
Sam's just jealous I can make a career in it. His 2mm deleter got him kicked out before he even saw the casting couch.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. They loved me in the casting couch. You weren't there.
Yeah, the five guys that you were.
I said they loved me, didn't I? I was non-specific as to who they were.
Yeah, they were all about your sloppy seconds.
I mean, I can't help it if I'm fucking great.
I don't want to advertise anymore.
Anywho,
I've changed my
Caucasian
mind.
Sasquatch. I'm moving to you next because otherwise I'm gonna keep this. Yeah, let's just go. Let's go. Do
All right, bud. I'll try to save this. Pull it out the fire. You know how it goes. So tomorrow I'll be on the Blast Radius with Captain Curmudgeon, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday, I guess I'm doing Agent's Corner. She didn't show up. She was in a ghosted no show this past week, so I have no idea what's going on there. Yeah, that's about it that I've got planned for. I was gonna try to do Chuck in Tennessee, who's doing an AA recovery live stream thing about once a week, twice a week sometimes. But it's sort of turned into an extension of the drama sphere. And I'm not sure he's actually doing the thing he says he's wanting to do, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But go see me, like, comment, subscribe, send me money. I haven't grifted enough. I'm going to get laughed at.
Fair enough. Do the thing. I mean, Wizard School is expensive, guys. So, that Caucasian Sasquatch.
Right. Help pay for my wizard schooling so I can cast that one spell. Fireball!
All right. Abe, Jordan Sweet. Give us me.
Yep. Find me on X and Rumble. Abe's going to get you. How we're doing everything.
Right on, right on. And last but certainly not least, our boy, our pal, Jack Tarlad. What do you got coming up? Where can people find you?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at Jack Tarlad. Check out my bio. It's got all of my socials in there. Yeah, you'll see me on Mondays doing chat battle on my chat battle on my channel. Jack and Abe show on mine and Abe's channel. Hump Day Chinwag on Wednesday and Read and Roll on Thursday. So come check out my channel. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime, brother. So as for me, I need to check something right quick, and then I can give you a definitive answer on that. But it looks like, oh yeah, yep, I will be helping out, excuse me, with Exiled Linus here in about 3 hours on her channel. So we'll be doing that. And then after that, sometime late after that, probably close to midnight or 1 o'clock in the fucking morning, because that's how it went last time. I'll be streaming some Crimson Desert later tonight. And I do have to make a correction from last night. It isn't just going to be Crimson Desert all next week, although there's going to be a fair amount of that. We are also doing a Whispering in the Dark some point during the next week, probably Tuesday. So keep an eye out for that because it is the end of the month. And then we've got more Abyssal Musings on Friday. Be back on the pub on Devil's Channel right after that, and then back here for more Screaming into the Void. Thank you guys for coming.
Cool.
Thanks for hanging out and listen to us bitch and moan and complain and moan. And we'll see y'all next time. Have a good night, everybody. And remember, it could always be worse. You could be in fucking Somalia right now where it's awful.
Good girl.
Bye.